And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to a look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward. Now here's Simmons. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor. And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
So it's the Hawks now, after the Sixers pick up 2. It's stolen by Green. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Outside for Curry. Back to Embiid. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Young outside. And he makes good on the layup.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates, and if they're open, they get the ball.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Collins. Dishes to Capella. The shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Collins. That one falls. Simmons got 5.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here is Young. Collins trying to break free. And Young with the basket on the assist by Collins.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The Hawks trail by 5. Lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for Trae Young. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Simmons. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And George Hill's subbed in for Tobias Harris.
And Dunn is spectacular on the drive, seeking contact and getting it. Even more impressive that he makes these shots, too.
Here's Simmons. Hill up top. Passes to Thybulle. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Hill kicks to Simmons. Shot clock at 5. From 10 feet out. Misses off the left iron. The Hawks trailing. Yeah, Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, GA, what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Now here's Williams. The pass to Okongwu. To the middle. And stolen by Simmons. An even 3-on-3 break. And he gets it to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Hill against Williams. Shot and game clock separated by 5. No good that time. Excellent D there from Hill. Now here's Milton. Dunn covering. Pass to Thibault. At the elbow, it's Simmons. A fader. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Maxey out there with Hill. Then there's Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. It's deflected. And now here comes Okongwu leading the break. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Hawks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. So he gets them both. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's Young. 76ers getting the bucket. There's the feed to Capella. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, it's really hard to match up against Clint Capella's height and length. I mean, sometimes you got to foul.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Now here's Simmons. 8 points for him. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Young. 8 points for him. Capella finds Bogdanovic. A putback.
Well, Capella's tenacity is so impressive. I mean, he's got an unlimited abundance of energy when it comes to offensive rebound.
Outside, Green. Capella against Embiid. Stolen by Collins. Capella, the pass to Young. Capella against Simmons. And that one drops for him. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And they double up Simmons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. I mean, it's quite honestly what he does best in pick and roll situations.
Now, here's Hunter. Here's Collins, and he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Up top, Simmons. He's guarded by Collins. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hunter. Here's Collins. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Simmons looking around. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense.
Now, here is Young. 8 points for him. That one goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And finished off by Collins.
You know, after the pick, good job igniting the fast break. Young is a catalyst in so many ways.
Right side, Green. Here's Embiid, and Capella sends it back. Young with no one around. They get the rebound. It's Young on the wing. Outside, Bogdanovich. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Embiid, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Green. Maxey's checked in for Curry. And it's Hill in for Ben Simmons. Outside, Williams. That shot off the mark. He gets it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. And the first few years of Trae Young's career have been fantastic. Hawks fans love the guy. Shaq, is he a star that you can build around?
I say you have to...
And...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the center position.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Collins. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Pass to Howard. To the paint. Here's Korkmaz. And the shot goes in.
Wanting to improve as a distributor, Howard helps whenever he dishes it like that. Just opens things up for him and his team.
Atlanta making some changes. Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. The lead is 2.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. but last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And an intentional foul right there. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Here's Fernando. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Maxey, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Dunn attacking. Over Milton. And it's sent back by Howard. Scott with the ball. Now guarded by Gallinari. Howard kicks to Korkmaz. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
No good on the second free throw. The 76ers trail by 5. Curry is inside. Dunn covering. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Gallinari attacking from beyond the arc. Dunn misses. The 76ers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And the 3 off target. Dunn's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Curry with the 3. He can't get that one. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Gallinari passes to Fernando. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Embiid has a very similar story to Tim Duncan's. I mean, the Cameroon native did not start playing basketball until later in life. Now he's one of the very best in the game.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. Simmons comes in for Seth Curry.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Bucket is good. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love what Capella brings to the game. Tough, physical, strong, relentless. Got to respect what he does on these contact finishes.
Harris misses.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
Here's Collins, and the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooting.
And Capella sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Young with the ball.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Collins, and the basket by Hill.
You know, Hill is long and athletic, but deceptively strong, as he showed you there, using his body well.
Young up top. He's guarded by Hill. Bogdanovich wide open. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 5. Down low. Out to Harris. Passes it to Thybulle. And stolen by Bogdanovich. 3 on 3. Here's Young. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
And so it's Atlanta bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with George Hill. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Sensing the contact coming and adjusting his shot accordingly. Nice recognition and adjustment by Simmons.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Harris kicks to Thibault. Williams against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
When Simmons is driving inside, I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Here's Williams. Count it. Williams has got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta. Philadelphia shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Hill. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Here's Williams, and he lays it straight in. And the Hawks lead by 8.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Seth Curry in for Hill. Back to Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Got to be careful in how you're going to guard Young. He often seeks out contact and really forces the issue.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Drains the three-pointer.
This is why you pay Seth Curry the big contract, the big money. His range is unlimited.
There's the pass to Collins. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Collins. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Curry with the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
And here is Simmons. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's Curry. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Shots like this prove Seth Curry is unafraid when it comes to taking big shots.
Curry against Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Dwight Howard.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Curry finds Harris, and Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Hunter. Chris Dunn's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. 5 on the clock. Here's Curry with the 3, but they'll get another chance. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Howard.
Dwight Howard wants to be the man during these possessions, and he's been able to come up in crucial spots.
Here's Williams, rejected by Harris. And the rejection deflection by Collins. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Here's Williams. Pass to Okongwu. Atlanta again missing. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Curry passes to Simmons. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Okongwu.
Hey, when the game is tight and snug, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to do so.
Williams in the post. Simmons is there. And so Green will bring it up for the 76ers. Curry against Dunn. Curry passes to Green. Outside, Simmons. Green bounce pass. Curry trying to break free. Got it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. There below is... Now it's sent down to David Alt.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now here's Harden. Outside, KD. And Doris, tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
Curry passes to Simmons. Now the feed to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
It's Jordan on the wing. Back to Harden. Outside Jordan. Outside Griffin. Kicks it out to Harden. 5 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And Embiid with the block. Outside Green. To the inside. Outside for Curry. Now Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Irving dishes to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Here's Simmons. After the made shot from KD. Nice D from Durant. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Harris's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Here's the hook. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Simmons got 6 points. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Simmons inside. Defended by Griffin. Here's Harris. Banked in off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Tobias Harris.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Harden the pass to Durant.
Well, being aggressive and assertive. The big man snatching the rebound.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. But they get it back. The rebound by Johnson. Brooklyn trailing. It's Brown with the drive. Rebounded by Howard. Milton the pass to Maxey. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Brown the pass to Dinwiddie. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
There's the lob for Harris. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Dinwiddie. Good on the shot.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Maxey. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight. And his naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talks.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
We've got Brown, also Green out there. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Brown. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dinwiddie dishes to Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
So it's Brooklyn now. 76ers getting the bucket. 3-on-3. Here's Korkmaz. Can't hit from in close. Nets trail by 6. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? The 76ers making a switch here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Curry's checked in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. Shoots over KD. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 8 points.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
Here's KD. Harden against Green. Harden, no good. The 76ers leading by 5. And it's Green missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Harden the pass to Griffin. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, how about the strength and focus there of Griffin? Absorbs the hit and still finishes.
Here's Simmons. Great D that time from Durant. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a three-point game.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Griffin with the steal. Inside, Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Durant against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? Pass to KD. Again, the Nets for two. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Here is Harden after Ben Simmons' bucket. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
Here's Curry, and Jordan sends it back. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. Rebound by the 76ers. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Embiid, trying to find Scott. Gets it to him. Here's Simmons, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
For Philadelphia, they have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Out to the wing. Here's Claxton. Off target from three-point range. For three, Harris. And he drains the three. But let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 2 assists. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
His power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Waxy out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Howard. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot. Makes it off the glass. Korkmaz has got the first basket of the third quarter for Philadelphia.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Pass to KD. Jordan kicks to Harden. Back to Jordan. Second shot opportunity. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Harden.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Up top, Curry, covered by Irving. Curry dishes to Simmons. And then jammed down as he goes right over DeAndre Jordan.
He's an absolute gym rat. Simmons is relentless in his pursuit to dominate really all phases of the game and improving with his scoring.
Here's Harden. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Harden the pass to Jordan. Green with the rebound.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Feeds to Simmons. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Griffin kicks to Harden. Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
I feel like they could execute this play in their sleep. Griffin, one of the premier alley-oop finishers in the league. And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Nets trail by 7. Now here's Harden. He has 6. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
You can really tell when Kevin Durant is in the flow because his scoring looks like it's second nature. He's going to go down as one of the all-time best.
On the wing, Green. And Simmons kicks to Green. He feeds it to Harris. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Irving against Green. On the wing, Harden takes a 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Green, the pass to Curry. Irving against Harris. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Jeff Green, he's checked in for Griffin. Bruce Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. And the 76ers also making a change. Eibel's checked in, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Irving. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now the pass to Harris. And here is Milton. Dinwiddie covering. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers lead by 5. And coming up in a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's KD in at the small forward position. Here's Simmons. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
And the 76ers making a change here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Curry subbed in for Shake Milton. Passes it to Durant. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Harris. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And they double up Simmons. There's the feed to Harris. Embiid inside, guarded by Harden. And the foul on Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Simmons left side, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on James Harden.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Durant. Over Harris. Here's Claxton. Pass to Jordan. From deep three-point range. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Durant.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Simmons. Curry trying to break free. Here's Embiid. Tries again. He lays it in. And the 76ers lead by 6.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Durant in the corner. Harden has a wide open look. Offensive rebound, Nets. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Outside Curry. The pass to Embiid. Simmons trying to get open. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Embiid drops them both. Nets trail by 6. Harden outside. High post, KD. Simmons is there.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
Outside Curry. We've got 1:48 left in the game. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
Oh, as he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Curry against Irving. Here's Embiid, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
KD looking around. Three-pointer. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Curry. Takes the 3. The shot off that time, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. Wow, Lob up there for Durant.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
Outside, Simmons. Outside, Curry. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Green. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And Simmons slams it in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Left side, KD. And stolen by Simmons. Green inside the 3-point line. Misses the shot. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory. Up next, welcome everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the 1. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Now, here is Harden. And the pass to Durant. Outside Jordan. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden outside. Outside for Durant. Here's Jordan. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Wow, what a moment right there. Griffin putting on a show. He is just an awesome dunker.
Young inside. He's covered by Irving. Young's shot is good.
resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no, okay, good play. Get back on defense.
KD finds Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Young, and Jordan sends it back.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking. Didn't want to settle for something going away from the basket. Aggressive with the finger roll.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Young passes to Collins. Back to Young. Outside Collins. No good from outside.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Irving. And stolen by Hunter. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Bogdanovich wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
I think he's just going to get more and more confident from behind the arc and become a more consistent scorer in this league as time goes by.
Trae Young grabs the miss. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Bogdanovich, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 5 now. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Out to the right wing. Here's Claxton. Rebound, Atlanta. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Williams. Count it.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up with Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Johnson. Round kicks to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. Taken away by Williams. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Herter. A three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 3. Here's Dinwiddie. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Fernando, the pass to Okongwu. Green with the rebound. Johnson left side. Here's Brown. That's good, and Johnson with the assist.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Tony Snell. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Williams. And it's Reddish in at the 3 slot. Durant deciding where to go with it. Pass to Claxton. Dinwiddie wide open. Misses the three.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Dinwiddie passes to KD. Feeds to Green. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. And stolen by Hunter. Young with no one around. No good on the three. The Nets with the lead. And there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Dinwiddie. Outside, Green.
Collins just understanding that his length can bother shooters, so he's using that.
Hunter kicks to Bogdanovich. And that one, good. Bogdanovich has got 7 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Harden surveying the D. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Harden finds Jordan and a missed layup. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Only given up 2 points this quarter.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Young outside to the paint. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Young. Capella's got his first bucket in this one. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
And that's an intentional foul. So for the Hawks, Reddish comes in for Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. And taken away by Johnson. The kick out to Brown. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Pass to Claxton. Brown feeling it out a bit. The pass to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. 20 feet out. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Young drives in. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Young. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Yeah, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for John Collins. Gallinari, he's checked in for Reddish. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. Green in the post. Claxton with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 3.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Huerter passes to Williams. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
It's impossible to keep Lou Williams from scoring, so you try to mix it up, and a hard foul sometimes can do that.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here is Harden. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it to Irving. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And here is Williams. He has 5. And Durant sends it back.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
So a tie game here as we finish the first. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one possession. And that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Irving. And it's Durant. Then there's Griffin. And it's Jordan in at the center. Net shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Harden, no good. The Hawks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Hunter dishes to Collins. The Hawks working the ball around. Young outside. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
Pass to KD. Just 5 to shoot. Count that one. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Young drives in. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Dinwiddie passes to Green. Back to Dinwiddie. And Green slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And Williams, here we go, pops in the layup for 2. Williams has got 7.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And Herter gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Known for being a scorer, Herter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
Round kicks to Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. Outside Williams. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nets on defense. A 2-point game. Here's Okongwu. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
56 seconds left in the third quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Herter. Yep, that one goes. Herter's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the more that Herter attacks like this, the more off balance the defense will become.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Rebound by the Hawks.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Gallinari outside. Passes it to Fernando. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Okongwu. For Atlanta, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Harden. Got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with their lead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young outside. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Trae Young looking like one of those young players who on a nightly basis gives you something you haven't seen before.
Here's Harden. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Atlanta leading by 6. Capella finds Collins. Pass to Young. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so they foul intentionally. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's KD, and finished off by KD.
Yeah, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
Williams against Irving. It's Williams with the drive. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Harden with it. Williams picks him up. And it's Jordan with the jam.
That's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
Williams looking over the floor. Here's Okongwu. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his fourth rebound in this one. Nets passing it around. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he played.
Here's Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
The pass to Harden. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 3-point lead. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Herder showed some great progress in his first year, and now showing how much more comfortable he is.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Gallinari. Young is subbed in for Williams.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Now, he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Harden against Young. The feed now to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DeAndre Jordan has seen these moments before. Not usually the guy called upon, but, man, delivering in a big spot.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Over to the wing. Outside Collins. 5 on the clock. And Jordan sends it back. And now we've got the intentional foul. The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Here's KD. Jordan kicks to KD. Oh, and they take the lead.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Young outside. Pass to Herder. Capella, high post. The dish to Young. Back to Capella. And Griffin sends it back.
So Griffin using the vertical on defense. That's a scary thought.
Jordan finds Irving. Outside for Durant. Back to Irving. Outside Griffin. In the corner. Harden. Shot clock at 5. The Nets need to get a shot off here. A baseline J is not going to go for him. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Bogdanovich is checked in for the Hawks. He knocks down the clutch free throw.
John Collins and his versatility are very, very exciting. Not just as a scorer and a rebounder, but defensively as a shot blocker and a versatile, switchable defender.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Irving with the bounce pass. Durant drawing the double team. Dishes it to Jordan. Oh, missed it.
And the sheer size of Jordan is just so tough for defenders sometimes to deal with. Skilled at picking up the foul there.
Atlanta calls timeout. They lead by 1. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And definitely, they've got to get that defensive strategy in place. You have to play it smart. A stop probably wins the game for them, but they cannot afford a foul.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Trae Young.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking him down.
Young dishes to Capella. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 76ers anxious to get off the bus and get down to business. A look from earlier. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle.
Here we go.
Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Bogdanovich, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
76ers on defense. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Down low. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
To the left side wing. Here's Embiid. Shoots over Capella. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
You got to stay down on the shot fake. But, I mean, once Embiid has you in the air, the rest is easy.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaways.
The second chance effort. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist from Capella.
Refusing to be tied down, Bogdanovich is fantastic at adjusting his body and shot when he gets hit.
Embiid kicks to Simmons. Back to Embiid. Rebound by the Hawks. Passes to Hunter. Young outside. Out left to the wing. Hawks passing it around. Collins finds Capella. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Harris, right side. Outside, Simmons. Curry passes to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
An aggressive move by Harris. A little contact there. He just powers through it.
Young looking around. Here's Capella. And the rejection by Embiid. Harris drives in. And slam dunk by Harris.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way when he's that intense.
Inside, Bogdanovich. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And slam dunk by Harris.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
And here's Young. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 8.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Harris kicks to Curry. To the inside. Left side, Harris. Young with the steal. Hunter with it. Now Green defending. Bogdanovich wide open. And it's Bogdanovich again missing. The 76ers trail by 4. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The reach of Embiid, just fantastic. Just throw it up there. I mean, he's committed to finishing the alley-oop.
Collins against Harris. Shot by Collins, no good.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
A nice shot by Simmons. And it's all knotted up.
He's a tricky player. He's so difficult to guard. Simmons excels at going with the floater at the right time.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Young. Here's Collins. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
And we'll be right back after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Williams. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. And it's Fernando in at the 4. Howard. And he banks in the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Williams passes to Fernando. Back to Williams. And it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The 76ers trail by 6. And they pick up 2.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Outside Williams. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. And that one's good. Maxey.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Herter. No points in the game yet for him. No good with the triple.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Korkmaz passes to Maxey. Dishes to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Well, you allow Howard to get in close. He's going to punch that ticket.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Atlanta. And there's the pass to Herter. Back to Williams. The Hawks working the ball around. Out to Gallinari. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Pass to Korkmaz. Now here's Maxey. Another shot. Sweet move. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Dwight Howard.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Outside Williams. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now, here's Maxey. Tight defense on him. Howard, good.
So tough to stay with the pick and roll. Howard moves so fluidly after setting the solid screen.
Here's Herter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
To the right side. And He's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And this is a testament to the concentration Embiid possesses. I mean, he's able to finish despite getting bodied up.
Young dishes to Collins. Young with the ball. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. That free throw good from Young. Here's Maxey. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great.
And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks on top, leading by 3. We'll be back shortly live from State.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. You look at the core of this young Hawks team. They have Trae Young, John Collins, DeAndre Hunter. And that should do it with the second half of...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Bogdanovic really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Back to Curry. Lobbed up there for Embiid. It's stolen by Capella. Hunter kicks to Young. Hunter, the pass to Collins. Here's Young, rejected by Harris.
Oh, he's known for his offense more than defense. Harris plays with the high motor, and he likes to make plays.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Oh, he's almost 7 feet tall. Simmons is a tough guard. I mean, you got to be careful not to get too physical.
And Simmons drops them both. Here's Young. 9 points in the game so far. 90 seconds now into the second half. Collins. It's stolen by Green. they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now Simmons, 6 points for him.
The mobility and reach of Capella, it's just outstanding. He uses it so well on the defensive end.
No good from Simmons. Molinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Williams comes in for Young. Pass to Reddish. Outside Williams. Over Simmons. And the rejection by Embiid. And he gets it back. Tips it up. And Williams is right there. Williams has got 10.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Outside Green. Here's Harris. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game.
With broad shoulders and a solid upper body strength. Now, Harris is lethal around the rim.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Eibel's checked in. Young inside. Working on Green. Bogdanovich looking around. Okongwu. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 5.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Collins. Molinari comes in for Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Trae Young.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Okongwu. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 8.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Simmons. Harris kicks to Milton. Scott the pass to Milton. Here's Simmons, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
Williams passes to Huerter. Molinari on the wing. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And he makes that one. Okongwu's now got 6 in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Simmons inside. He's guarded by Williams.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
To the wing on the left. Hawks passing it around. And stolen by Simmons. Harris looking it over. And that one's good. Thibault. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
And Huerter gets it to go.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the paint. And Simmons kicks to Milton. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now, here is Young. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 11 points.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
And that's it for the third quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Curry. It's Reddish and Hunter teaming up at the forward spot. Bogdanovich is out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Curry against Bogdanovich. That one drops for him. Curry's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. A 2-point game. To the inside. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Thibault finds Green to tie it up. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
They came close there to tying it up.
That was a really important possession, especially at this stage of the game. Painful miss.
And when Hunter attacks like that, it really puts the defense in a tough spot. Love it when he takes the initiative.
And the Hawks making a change here. Snell's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Embiid comes in for Scott, and it's Ben Simmons in for Matisse Thybulle. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Good. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. John Collins comes in for Reddish. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Williams in for Young. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Curry against Young, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Here's Simmons. Moves back up. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Dwight Howard.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Capella finds Young. Back to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Simmons inside. He's against Young. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Joel Embiid.
This is why Embiid has the ball in these moments, because the team counts on him to step up.
Young against Curry. Young's shot is off.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Easy to see why Simmons is on the floor. He's terrific at capitalizing during important parts of the game.
And here's Young. In the corner, it's Capella. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that's an intentional foul. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Simmons looking it over. And they double up Simmons.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules football. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see.
It's the first that gives them the lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
He's not about to let those points get away. I mean, he knows they're going to need him tonight.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Just a bright, young, offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
as confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Young against Green. Feeds it to Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
Just incredible patience by Harris, rising to the occasion in a big way with the key basket there.
Young outside. It falls! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Here's Simmons. The shot missing. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Hunter over Green. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA. So the Nets starting five. They've got Griffin. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant in at the three, the small forward. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry. And it's Green in at the three slot. And it's Simmons penetrating. Can't connect from short range.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Here is Harden. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Outside Durant, the tray. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Basket good.
Sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everybody.
Here's Griffin. First quarter, just over a minute played. Durant with a wide open look. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. Unable to get that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
The pass to Curry. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Embiid finds Curry. Shot clock at 6.
And, you know, it's awesome to see Harden giving his all on defense. That's been an area that he's needed to improve on. Really making an effort to stay with his guy.
Curry with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Woo!
Yes! Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Now, here is Irving. Elbow shot is on the way. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Can't be too aggressive when guarding Seth Curry because he's good at attacking and drawing fouls.
Mike Scott's checked in for Danny Green. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Green's checked in, and both free throws good for Curry.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great.
Oh, what a play!
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Harden the pass to Durant. And KD throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Curry against Jordan. Outside for Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Simmons.
Well, I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates, and if they're open, they get the ball.
Harden the pass to KD. 1:12 left in the first. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Harris outside. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Boy, a large frame and nimble feet and great strength allow Embiid to be bully balling guys down low.
Back to Harden. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. The 76ers making a switch here. Milton's checked in. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Here's Brown. That one wide left. Philadelphia leading by 7. Over to the left wing. Scott kicks to Milton. At the top of the key, Embiid.
The big man is so skilled and has such an infectious personality. Joel Embiid is hard not to love. I mean, he just oozes that kind of attraction. And his potential, unlimited.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Dinwiddie dishes to Green. Back to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Claxton. And the rejection by Embiid. And so it's Philadelphia in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the 76ers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passes. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard position.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Curry with it. Inside and stolen by Jordan. Here's Irving. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception is the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Nets trail by 5. And he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And they double up Simmons. Outside, Green. 76ers moving the ball around. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Howard's checked in for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Curry. Then for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. It's stolen by Brown. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it goes down 2 points. Now just a 1-point Philadelphia lead.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
And Simmons slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Dinwiddie with the bucket. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Brown kicks to Dinwiddie. The feed to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
And that one's good, Maxey.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Dinwiddie outside. And the shot goes down. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Scott. Kicks it to Howard. Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Howard. Griffin with the steal. Here's Brown. Johnson draws the double. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
and the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for the 76ers. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. The 76ers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Howard. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. For Brooklyn, the first quarter was not an easy one. As hard as they tried to compete, they just... And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Right side, Simmons. Curry with a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector. Discourages inside attempts at a high rate. Clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Brown the pass to Dinwiddie. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Dinwiddie. And the Nets lead by 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Irving way outside. Off target with his 3. 76ers trailing. Embiid drives in. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
Harden the pass to KD. Down low. On the jam by Kevin Durant.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Outside Curry. Harris draws the double. Embiid in the corner. Green kicks to Simmons. Curry passes to Harris. Over Harden. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Left side, KD.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Shake Milton in for Ben Simmons. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's hauled in by Thybulle.
And Clark, how about the 20th pick back in that 2019 draft? Matisse Thybulle, fantastic defensive specialist who has an evolving offensive presence as well.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. His defense is really outstanding and NBA ready from the day he got into the league. He'll improve on offense. You know that. He'll work at it, and he'll get better. I think he has tremendous instincts on and off the ball. Great length and speed and athleticism. He's a terror defensively.
Out to Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
When Green's on the court, you can't lose him because he's just too dangerous as a shooter.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low, teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
The 76ers making a switch here. Korkmaz is checked in.
You know, we very well could have some competition in the broadcast booth in a few years. I mean, Green's talked a lot about wanting to become an analyst when he retires from the game, and I don't think there's any question he'll be a good one.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Pass to Milton. Back to Korkmaz. Here's Milton. There's the pass to Korkmaz. To the middle. It's tipped. It's tipped, and he recovers it from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn trailing in transition. Here come the Nets. Outside, Green. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Harris. Passes it to Claxton. And stolen by Scott. And here we go. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Harden out there with Brown, and it's Durant, and there's Green, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The try by Simmons, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And Simmons is quite used to being in tight spots. So smart and clever at finding ways to get out of it.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Mike Scott. And Curry subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
It's Harden with the drive. Simmons with the defensive effort.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. Hits it from three-point range. And now an 8-point Philadelphia lead.
Exactly what Green is known for. Terrific three-point shooter. Continues to do damage from out there.
Pass to KD. And again, it's the Nets missing.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Harris passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Green, the pass to Harris. Curry deciding where to go with it. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. It's Durant with the drive, and Kevin Durant with the slam.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Irving with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. KD leading the charge.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Simmons inside. Guarded by Jordan. The shot's good.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And foul on the shot he'll shoot. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Here's Durant. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
A great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into a shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Back to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
Hey, it's clear. Simmons is a very gifted player, somebody who is mentally strong in these situations and takes the challenge on head first.
Durant finds Harden. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. So it's Brooklyn now. Count it!
Well, in my mind, KD is one of the top 10 all-time guys that you want taking that shot. His length, his ball handling, his shooting, and his confidence makes him huge in late-game situations.
Curry dishes to Green. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 5. And it's sent back by KD.
That extraordinary reach combined with good timing makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker. And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Al Simmons. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
You know, after missing his first year out of college due to injury, Ben Simmons ended up winning Rookie of the Year in 2018, proving the wait was worth it. That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 3. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's what's your take.
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
For 3, Durant. Bullseye! And, oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Durant's ability to score in a lot of different ways is huge, and he makes it look easy.
And Philadelphia calls time here. The score is tied at 55. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Simmons. No good. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. The score knotted at 55. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Here's Harden. Gets the game winner to fall.
All zeros on the clock.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. The traffic in New York City. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the 5 roaming the paint. Now here's Harden. Outside Durant. The 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Young against Harden. Pass to Irving. Shoots over Capella. Irving can't get it to go.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Here's Collins. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Here's KD. Griffin passes to Harden. Durant trying to break free. Harden, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And finished off by KD.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
Young passes to Collins. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
All the way back in high school, Kyrie showed us he has a unique touch from distance.
Kicks it out to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Collins has got 5 points so far.
Mano a mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride, answering back with a three of his own.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Then for the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Young.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Out to Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
With the big, strong frame of Gallinari, he's able to take contact and deliver the goods.
Dinwiddie passes to Brown. Back to Dinwiddie. For three, Harris. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. The Hawks working the ball around. Brown right side. Harris passes to Claxton. Lets the three fly. Harris's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 3. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I have to respect how Lou plays. Wiry, strong, no stranger to the +1.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Harris inside. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist from Harris.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Okongwu. Huerter passes to Okongwu. Here's Gallinari. And no good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Dinwiddie with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Dinwiddie kicks to Brown. From deep. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Williams. He can't get it to go. Harden with the defensive effort. Jordan finds Griffin. Durant wide open. He fires. And too long on the shot.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the Bryce.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Tony Snell is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle.
Love the unselfishness. Not only can Cam create for himself, he can also create for others.
The three from KD. The three-pointer is right on target. Durant's got 8 points.
He's an asset in helping space the floor. He has tremendous touch from range.
Here's Young. And Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
Capella goes in. Pass to Snell. Back to Capella. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. Bogdanovich comes in for Tony Snell. Young dishes to Bogdanovich. Young drives in, and Griffin sends it back. And they get it back. Collins, good.
He's a terror on the offensive glass. You don't have to run plays for Collins for him to score.
Irving passes to Jordan. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Collins wide open. He fires. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Harden's shot is good.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Young drives in. Right side, Collins. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Stolen by Harden. Griffin down low. Capella covering. Irving against Collins. Left side, KD. Here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Just 3 to shoot. A 3 ball. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Bogdanovich wide open. And he hits it to tie the game up. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. .131 left in the first half. Now the pass to Durant. Jordan at the elbow. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Jordan's got his first points in this one.
Few players, if any, hit for a higher percentage inside. Jordan playing to his strengths.
Young passes to Collins. And Young with the basket on the assist by Collins. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Harris passes to Brown. Harris inside. Gallinari on him. Pass to Claxton. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Williams with the stuff.
Good recognition by Lou. Sees a crack in the defense, has the speed to exploit it.
Brown the pass to Dinwiddie. And the wide open shot from Green. Rebound Atlanta. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. That will count, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Griffin is out there with Jordan. And it's Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Kicks it out to Harden. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Some players drift in and out of the action. Trae, he's always right in the middle of things. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. When they double up Jordan, out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. Tony Snell comes in for Bojan Bogdanovic. The Hawks leading. Now, here is Young, and so they foul intentionally. Here's Capella. Shoots from the baseline. Dinwiddie with some nice D. In transition, here come the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Here's Young, and the layup falls. Young's got the lead, back up to 2 now for Atlanta.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Young against Dinwiddie. 5 to shoot. Corner shot. Here's Green. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Young looking around. And that one is good. Young's got 8.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Brown dishes to Dinwiddie. Rebound by the Hawks. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Gallinari outside. The Hawks working the ball around. Okongwu. It's hauled in by Harris. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Baseline J on the way, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Williams against Harden. Stolen by Harden. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball, and it's good for 2. Irving's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Here's Williams. Banked in off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession. I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
5 on the clock. A shot's good from Irving.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Herter passes to Gallinari. Williams against Harden. Williams kicks to Gallinari. Williams in the post. Off target at the rim. The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Nets making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. 43 seconds left to play here in the third. The 3 from KD. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. It's Collins with the drive. Shoots over Griffin. Collins, good. Collins has got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta.
No matter where he is on the floor, Collins seems to invite contact.
Irving looking for an opening. The feed to Jordan. Good work defensively by Capella. Collins in the post. Defended by Griffin. Hunter, no good. Outside Irving. And that one released in time, but no good.
A lot of people bag on Young's defense, but he's...
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Hawks lead by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Gallinari. Okongwu is out there with Lou Williams, and it's Fernando in at the power forward. Out to Gallinari. And it's in there. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Physical play by Gallinari. He's added strength throughout the years, and that's made him a difficult matchup.
Dinwiddie against Williams. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it's off from three-point range. The Hawks shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And they go to the intentional foul. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Williams double team. Pass to Herter. Clock at 6. Back to Williams. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And he commits the intentional foul. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Harden finds Irving. Count that bucket.
An excellent all-around score, but Kyrie is also extremely efficient.
Young outside. And Griffin sends it back. In transition, here come the Nets. And an intentional foul right there. There's a check in for Blake Griffin. High post. goes KD. And foul on the and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Collins kicks to Young. 6 to shoot.
Great recovery by Blake Griffin, being able to contest that shot.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Capella. Young against Harden. Over Young. KD dishes to Harden. Pass to Griffin. Fires the 3. Harden's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Hunter, the pass to Capella. Over Harris. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Hunter. That's now 8 points for Clint Capella.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
KD with it, and Young picks him up defensively. The drive by KD.
That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Young up top, defended by Durant. And here's Collins from outside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds. And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Back to Young. To the paint. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got 8 points here in this quarter. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Irving dishes to Harden. Here's KD. Makes it off the glass.
And that's what he does. KD, a crunch time assassin.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Shots good from Young.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
Harden scanning the floor. Over Young.
Good! That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. Griffin with the steal. Durant against Young. Durant dishes to Griffin. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
These are moments in the game where Blake needs to step up, and he did.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Free throw drops for Griffin.
That and one free throw ups it to a 2-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
Here's Young. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
It's Harden with the drive. Money!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
This is Young's game, ready to fire as soon as he touches it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Shooting for Brooklyn, James Harden.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
Young for 3. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And